Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Snake back for another battle replay video. So, I have moved to Minnesota, and this is my first attempt at making a battle replay video up here. The other day I was playing some online matches against a fellow Franzposter, Casi von Carstein. So anyway, I just wanted to showcase this battle a little bit with him because, you know, it was a really close one that we just played out the other day. So, without any further ado, on my side, I was playing the Skaven of Clanrats. I brought 1 unit of Storm Vermin, 2 units of Rat Ogres, a bunch of Clanrats with spears and shields, an Assassin Rat right there. I also brought a bunch of Skavenslaves with spears, 1 Hell Pit Abomination, 2 units of Night Runners with slings, and some normal Skavenslaves, a Doom Wheel. We also had a Plague Claw Catapult. And my lord was a Grey Seer on the back of that screaming bell there, so that's pretty cool. You can see he's riding the bell up above. And yeah, that's just pretty much my army. On my opponent's side, Casi brought to the battlefield a bunch of miners with blasting charges and a bunch of Bugman's Rangers. He said that he really liked the regeneration of these guys, and I definitely agree. And 3 units of organ guns and 1 unit of giant slayers. He also brought Ungrim Ironfist to counter any large monsters I may have brought. So, let's begin. Immediately, I charged all of my guys forward at Casi. I wanted to kind of overwhelm him immediately, and he was quite amazed once the battle started to see all those numbers. The Skaven are quite difficult to deal with. The sheer amount of them. Look at those guys just go flying. Well, several successful satchel charges did explode, but for the most part, the real success here was how quickly Casi brought his giant slayers over to deal with that Hell Pit Abomination. My Doom Wheel over here, just doing some light damage. So, some of my Skaven slaves were about to rout, but so were some of his miners. Here I cast some spells to deal damage to that ranger line. All sorts of madness when you have to fight the Skaven. The Giant Slayers are a new unit, so it's kind of cool to see them showcased. There's a bolt from that Doom Wheel. It's laying the smackdown on these Rangers over here. Look at that thing. It's just plowing through. So, with my guys kind of chasing these fleeing miners, I soon see this and actually send them over towards the organ guns. My Assassin Rat is in some deep trouble here. And my Lord right here is duking it out with Ungrim, which is definitely not the best position to be in. And right there he breaks. And my Hell Pit Abomination does likewise. I was able to summon in some Clanrats, as you can see way over there. They're just dying off right now, though. And here he actually turned his organ guns to start shooting at my lord, and he took my lord out right there. Good move, good move.
More challenge for the dumbass crowd.
That's going to hurt my morale. Look at all my guys about to break because of it. Shameful. The Doom Wheel still over here carving a path through all those Rangers. And he even got my Rat Ogres to break over on... Oh, no, wait. I got his Miners to break. Sorry. And here I finally got that big horde of Skaven around to dealing with his organ guns. Yes, yes. No more of those pesky things for you, Cassie. Here's Ungrim just wiping the floor with my poor assassin rat. Ungrim is just terrifying to have to deal with. He's just laying the smack down. So my Hell Pit finally stopped running, so I sent that back into the fray. These miners are chasing around my Night Runners. Luckily the Night Runners are able to outrun them and outmaneuver them a bit. And my Plague Claws are still in the game. We're dealing with those Giant Slayers now. Look at all of those Rat Ogres. And the Doom Wheel's still chopping up some Rangers there. That thing just was able to get into the fray and lay down the smackdown. It's great, it's beautiful.
Smell musk of fear!
Chomp chomp. Oh, and he was able to actually destroy my Hell Pit with Ungrim. My Assassin Rat is still duking it out with Ungrim, but he's got some backup from those Skavenslaves that came out of the Hell Pit. Look at Ungrim just not care. He continues to just murder everything in sight. And here was kind of some poor maneuvering on my part. I wasn't moving those guys yet. There I got them to turn around and go after those Bugman's Rangers. Unfortunately, they kind of broke before that happened.
They squirt fear musk.
I just had so many Skaven all over the place. I was like, ah! And my biggest eye right here, I was just like, man, what am I going to do with Ungrim? He's so strong. Look at him just powerhouse through that unit of Skavenslaves.
The musk of fear.
Those miners with blasting charges are moving in. I was able to peel out my Skaven Assassin Rat. I figured he'd do more damage against these Bugman's Rangers at this point. Ungrim was kind of kicking ass. All my guys just had such terrible morale. He did turn his miners around to start attacking my Plague Claw catapults, but I was able to get them to break. The one thing, though, was I was out of ammo with those catapults, so they're kind of done shooting anyway. These Rat Ogres stopped running, and I think I was able to turn them around just in time. I can't remember. No, it doesn't look like it. Yeah, they're running. The Rangers are still holding out. Running and fighting and running.
We're losing!
Ungrim was just surrounded by rats at this point. He was able to get those miners that were off in the distance around to back Ungrim up, though. Man, this battle was just so intense. So, since I was out of ammo, I just sent these engineer rats over to attack the Rangers, do what they could do. And those Night Runners were also out of ammo. I believe I got these guys to charge in, but they, yeah, they just shattered. They weren't going to help. So he had another unit of miners coming in. On this side, I was still trying to deal with Ungrim. I was also chasing down some of his fleeing rangers at this. I just wanted to pretty much make sure they weren't going to come back, you know? Because that's what dwarves seem to do when they're just broken and not shattered.
I smell failure.
Yep, he's smelling failure. I was able to start whittling down his health enough.
They flee! We run!
Man, Ungrim is just such a powerhouse and he's unshatterable. He's unbreakable. Ah, so scary. Luckily, my vermin, my storm vermin is still up. You know, it's the elite storm, like, vermin units, you know? The elite vermin. The only Skaven infantry that's really worth a damn. Well, these guys were able to break my Skaven units, but they stopped running and were able to come back into the fight as well. So he had a bunch of Rangers coming in to back up Ungrim. Man, he is terrifying. I decided to keep them separated and just attack his units. And we got a good sandwich going in with those Night Runners.
Back on the ground!
Got some miners to run away. It was only the storm vermin, though. All my units ran.
We losing!
And here I managed to shatter all the rest of his army, and it was only Ungrim that was left. And we eventually were able to whittle him down finally. It was a super Pyrrhic victory. But isn't that like every Skaven victory? So, a very GG to my opponent Casi von Carstein. Fellow Franzposter, as I said. Warhammer Franzposting, best page ever. Great Warhammer memes. Anyway, on my side, my Rat Ogres did extremely well. My Hell Pit, he could have done better. And my artillery and Doomwheel also did fantastic, as did, well, I guess the Storm Vermin, depending on how you look at it, they did alright. And my Assassin Rat kicked some serious ass as well. On his side, well, aside from his miners, pretty much everyone got hundreds of kills and did extremely well, except for maybe one unit of Bugman's Rangers. Oh well. But yeah, tons and tons of kills on his side, so very good game, very close game. I lost 100 and what's that? Yeah, 116 more than he did. So, pretty close. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this battle replay, and I do hope to be back at you very soon. Take care now.